speaking of dealing with it, all my Haitian brothers and sisters, what y'all waiting on, man? You still need a piece? Do you need a piece of J.D. Vance's hair?
That is radio host Charlemagne Tha God encouraging Haitians to put a voodoo hex on J.D. Vance.
See, white privilege is strong, but black magic is stronger.
In a recent speech, and without even a hint of irony, Vance stated this.
I do think that we should take this opportunity to call for a reduction in the ridiculous and inflammatory political rhetoric coming from too many corners of our politics.
That's right. J.D. Vance, who along with Donald Trump insists that Haitian immigrants are stealing and eating people's pets, is calling for rhetorical restraint.
We are going to have to realize that JD may stand for James David, but it also might stand for just dumb. May even stand for Jackass Donkey. This guy,
the Republican vice presidential candidate, is blaming Democrats for the latest security threat to Donald Trump.
You know, the big difference between conservatives and liberals is that no one has tried to kill Kamala Harris in the last couple of months, and 2 people now have tried to kill Donald Trump in the last couple of months. I'd say that's pretty strong evidence that the left needs to tone down the rhetoric and needs to cut this crap out.
Never mind, of course, that the guy arrested on Sunday in Florida was apparently a 2016 Trump voter, and the would-be assassin in the first attempt was a registered Republican. Also, if J.D. Vance thinks the big difference between conservatives and liberals is the number of assassination attempts and not actual policy differences, well, J.D. Vance is even stupider than he sounds. And by the way, people trying to kill Trump is not strong evidence, or even evidence at all, that the left needs to tone down the rhetoric. Still, J.D. Vance and Donald Trump are both blaming Democrats, and Trump's claim is not exactly a reduction in the inflammatory rhetoric that J.D. Vance is seeking.
He claimed Biden and Harris are, quote, destroying the country, both from the inside and out. He later warned on social media, quote, because of this communist left rhetoric, the bullets are flying.
That's not inflammatory,
and it will only get worse.
Somebody's going to get hurt by it.
Actually, some people already have. You see, in Springfield, Ohio, schools, hospitals, and government buildings have repeatedly been evacuated. Here's the governor of Ohio, a Republican.
We have received at least 33 separate bomb threats, each one of which has been responded to.
Governor Mike DeWine says each bomb threat so far has been found to be a hoax. Still, as a safety measure, DeWine has now ordered state police to patrol schools. The state is also setting up security cameras throughout Springfield, all because of lies about the city spread by Trump and Vance. The police in Springfield, the Republican mayor of Springfield, the Republican governor of Ohio, all say there is no evidence that Haitians are stealing and eating people's pets. But Donald Trump and J.D. Vance keep repeating the lie about immigrants, even as Vance admits it's a lie.
If I have to,
But it wasn't just a meme,
create stories so that the American media actually pays attention to the suffering of the American people, then that's what I'm going to do, Dana, because you guys are completely letting Kamala Harris coast.
You just said that this is a story that you created. So the eating dogs and cats thing is not accurate.
Dana, it comes from firsthand accounts from my constituents. I say that we're creating a story, meaning we're creating the American media focusing on it. I didn't create 20,000 illegal migrants coming into Springfield.
Again, here is Charlemagne Tha God.
J.D. Vance said he wants to bring attention to the large Haitian population that is here in Springfield illegally. Can I tell you the truth of the matter, America? The vast majority of Haitians are in the U.S., in Springfield legally through a temporary protected status that has been allocated to them due to the violence and unrest in their home country. And their status must be renewed after 18 months. You know how I know this? Because I read.
Well, clearly J.D. Vance either doesn't read or doesn't care about doing anything except echoing the crap spewed by Donald Trump. So we are left with Trump and Vance encouraging violence against people in Springfield while simultaneously blaming Democrats for violence against Donald Trump. There is hypocrisy, and then there's the Republican 2024 presidential ticket. The moronic approach also extends to high-profile Republican supporters of that ticket. As the must-subscribe newsletter, The News wrote in a dispatch titled, "See Something, Space Something," Yesterday, Elon Musk, a known serial killer of corporate stock values, posted that no one has even tried to assassinate Biden Kamala, and then deleted it. Musk is famous for doing and saying stupid things and convincing other rich people to pay him for doing them. In his defense, his intelligence has been squeezed by the crushing weight of billions of unearned dollars. The lack of intelligence with Musk, Trump, and Vance has created what you could call karma. Or maybe this should all just be chalked up to the voodoo hexes that a lot of folks have placed. Either way, the Trump-Vance campaign is falling further behind. According to the latest polls, Angus Reid Global, Harris +4. Morning Consult, Harris is up 6. Big Village poll, Harris is ahead by 8. Ipsos ABC News, Harris +5. Each of these polls was conducted after the Trump-Harris debate. In other words, a growing number of American voters, especially moderates and independents, have been turned off by Trump, his lies, his chaos, and his instability. However, the reach of Trump's disinformation is still staggering. At least in MAGA world, a YouGov poll of Trump voters found that 52% believe Trump's claims about Haitian immigrants stealing and eating dogs and cats. 43% of Trump voters believe the lie that in some states it's legal to kill a baby after birth. And 28% of Trump voters say they believe that public schools are providing students with sex change operations, perhaps from the school nurse during lunch hour. Clearly, basic reasoning and logic is too much for some Trump low-information voters. Or maybe there is a limit to the impact of black magic and a voodoo hex in cursing the Trump campaign. In any case, by all accounts, the Trump-Vance campaign is losing. And with less than 7 weeks until Election Day, the evidence-free claims of Haitian cat eating and Democratic rhetoric sparking assassination attempts are not helping Republicans. By most accounts, a majority of Americans facing the Trump-Vance nonsense and hypocrisy have had enough. By the way, Donald Trump's disastrous debate performance against Kamala Harris has left MAGA world in shambles and scrambling for explanations.
I'm disgusted. I'm ashamed of those moderators at ABC News. This should be the last time the Republicans ever do this. Because those two moderators tried to sink Donald Trump tonight.
The people, the players that complain about the refs are the losers, right? The winners of a game never complain about the refs. So I think the complaining about the moderators sort of reveals how the candidates' surrogates felt about the debate itself.
Whoever did debate prep for Donald Trump should be fired. He was not good tonight at all.
Make no mistake about it. Trump had a bad night.
Check out that video at the link below. It generated a lot of comments on YouTube. One of the most popular is from Michael Cooper, who wrote, "Without hate and fear in your heart, the MAGA party can't control you." Well said. I look forward to reading your comments about Haitian immigrants getting even with the lying Trump-Vance campaign by imposing a voodoo hex. I'm David Shuster. Thanks for joining us.